Hello everyone, welcome to not Book of Riches, but a little something I'm gonna be doing since it is the end of GTA 5 Online being over. Yes, we have mentions coming to in December, but after GTA 6 releases, Rockstar's probably gonna put more effort into GTA 6 than GTA 5 Online DLCs. So with that being said, all the way from March 10th, 2015 to June 2025, we had gotten over like 30 plus DLCs. But I'm gonna be going over all the DLCs starting with the original heist going down. I'm not gonna be doing things like such as patch notes, stuff like that. So let's start with the original heist. I'm gonna be giving this a rating, and how I'm gonna be giving a rating is how it affected the community as a whole, the date, the vehicles that were some of the good vehicles that were added, in my opinion, and if it bought any weapons, or well, if it bought any weapons and if it had some good properties. So 2015 of March 10th, the original heist came out. Some of the good vehicles that were added, in my opinion, were the Kuruma Insurgent Pickup Custom and the regular Insurgent, Savage, and Hydra. No weapons or properties. Overall, I think this gets an 8 out of 10. Because it affected the community, because these were the first heist in GTA 5 Online. So it brought the community as a whole to test out all the heists, get some nice money for. And these heists were in their peak back then, because there was no other good ways to make money like these. But now, we are moving on to Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1. June 10th, 2015. One good vehicle that I think was added was the Benefactor Sterling GT. A weapon that was added was a Combat PDW. Overall, I think this gets a 4 out of 10. Because it really didn't bring no good vehicles, in my opinion. Only one new weapon was added. So that's about it. The community, I don't think really liked it as much as some of the other DLCs before and after. So now moving on to Lowriders, another big DLC in my opinion. March 10th, 2016. Some of the two good vehicles that were added were the Slam Van Custom and the Vigil Classic Custom, both being lowrider variants. Two new weapons that were added was the Compact Rifle and the Double Barrel Shotgun. Moving on, next we got the thing that was added that gave the most out of this DLC was the Benny's Original Motor Wars, or not Motor Wars, Motor Works. It gave some new lowrider cars. The community had a lot of missions to do for lowriders. They also brought back a character named Lamar Davis from Story Mode. So overall, this gets a 7 out of 10 for me. Finance and Felony, June 7th, 2016. Two new properties were added, the CEO office and the special cargo warehouse. Before y'all say anything, Import-Export was its own DLC. But anyways, some good vehicles that were added were the Besta GTS, the Reaper, the X80 Proto, and the Cargo Bomb Jetson and the regular Cargo Bomb. Back then, those were some good vehicles. Those were some useful helicopters because you could pick up cars with them. So overall, 10 out of 10. It gave the option for VIP work or CEO work. Next DLC, we got Cunning Stunts. July 12, 2016. Some good vehicles that were added were the ETR1. Where I don't think I gave my rating on the Finance and Felony. If I did give the rating, ignore this one. If I didn't, hear this one out, it gets a 10 out of 10. Okay, Cunning Stunts. July 12, 2016. Good vehicles that were added, the ETR1, Tyrus, and Drift Tampa. This was basically just stunt races. So in my opinion, I think this gets a it gets a 0. I mean, not 0 out of 10, 2 out of 10. Bikers update. It came out October 4th, 2016. Some properties that were added were the Clubhouse and then the 5 MC businesses, named Also being document forgery, counterfeit cash, meth, Coca-Cola, and glass. Good vehicles that were added with the 5-year model for obvious reasons. People saying it has rockets and better than the Mark II, not. The Hakushu drag bike, the Shikatro, and the man chest. A lot of weapons is the battle axe, compact grenade launcher, mini SMG, pipe bomb, pipe wrench, pill cube, and sweeper shotgun. And also, it bought some MC work, club challenges, member challenges, and clubhouse contracts. 13 clubhouse contracts. So overall, this DLC I think gets a 9 out of 10. It brought back the Hakushu Dragon, which not brought back. It bought the Hakushu Dragon being an HSW vehicle. It also gave the option to be an MC instead of a CEO if you wanted. Import Export, its own DLC. December 13th, 2016. It brought back two new things. Oh, not brought back. It gave two things. The CEO garages inside your CEO offices. And in the vehicle warehouse, of course. Alright, next page. Some good vehicles that were added was the LG Vesho Custom, Phantom Wedge, Marina Buggy, Vamp Buggy, and Marina 2000. Overall, 8 out of 10. It brought back the Phantom. I need to stop saying it. It gave the Phantom Wedge, which can be used during the Caprico long fan mission. And the Marina 2000, self-explanatory. Vamp Buggy, same as Phantom Wedge, except that it doesn't have. It's not the same, but it has a vamp and can vamp cars. Version Extra Custom is a good starter vehicle for people that are just getting into GT5 online. Gun running. Sorry, my bad. Gun running, June 13th, 2017. A property that was added, bunker. Good vehicles that were added is the MOC, APC tank, anti-aircraft trailer, half track, a person Mark 1, weaponized Tampa, and Night Shark. 10 out of 10. No, it's self-explanatory. This was the best DLC in 2017. Now you might argue Smuggler's Run or Doomsday Heist was better. Gun running bought Mark 2 weapons and a Mark 1 and some weaponized vehicles for the community. Smuggler's Run, August 29th, 2017. One property that was added was the hangar. Some good vehicles or planes in my opinion. The LF-22 Starling, the Vogue, Molotov, Seabees, Vigilante, Pyro, Hunter. Overall, 9 out of 10. It brought back Ron from story mode. It brought in additional like 20 more vehicles, as in like 20, like a couple lots of different aircrafts. The Doomsday Heist, December 12th, 2017. Properties, facility. Good vehicles were added. The Avenger, Akula, Deluxo, and Kajali. Overall, it gets a 8 out of 10. The Doomsday Heist it gave more heist, being more challenging. The reason it gets a 7 out of 10 is that it's cause the Doomsday Heist had prep and setup. So you had to prep for the setup and you had to do the setups for the finale. Something that was new to GTA5 Online. Moving on. After Hours, getting to the more relative yet fun DLCs. After Hours, July 24th, 2018. One property that was added was the nightclub. Good vehicles that were added was the B11, Tailbike, and Scramjet. One vehicle that I think is a little overrated in the community is the Oppressor Mark II. There's a lot of vehicles that are better than it. Overall, gets 9 out of 10. After Hours bought in nightclub, which brought in some new features. It also, what was I about to say? Never mind. Arena War. Arena War, December 11th, 2018. It brought back the Arena War. Not brought back. It gave the Arena War workshop. Good vehicles that were added were the Death Bike, the ISI Classic, the Sasquatch, the ZR380, and the RC Bandito. Some weapons that were added were all the alien-themed weapons, Up and Atomizer, Wintermaker, and Unholy Hellbringer. Overall, this DLC gets a 1 out of 10. Everyone knows why it's a 1 out of 10. It's Arena War. Nobody plays Arena War. Diamond Casino and Resort, July 23rd, 2019. I guess you can count this as a property, but I guess you also can't. This is the penthouse being this. Y'all can beg to differ. This is not a property. I classify properties as in things purchasable. Some good vehicles that were added were the Gauntlet Hellfire, the Krieger, the AF Drafter, the Pegasus All Armored. Paragon All Armored. My bad. And the Neo Custom. Overall, this is a 7 out of 10. It brought in the Diamond Casino Resort from story mode, even though you don't do nothing in story mode, it's there. And it revamped it and it gave it a new look, interior, some new people, and some story missions for a free car. Like, what else can you ask for this DLC? 7 out of 10. Diamond Casino Heist. December 12th, 2017. Property that I bought was Arcade. Some good vehicles are added: the Weber GTX, the GTS the RC Tank, Driftedy Yosemite, the Outlaw, and that's it. 3 new weapons that were added, 2 more, the Ceramatic Pistol and the Navy Revolver. Overall, 10 out of 10. Again, this DLC brought in a heist with 3 new approaches and a lot of options to it. Kyle Heist, December 15, 2020. Property, Kasaka. Good vehicles that were added, the Kasaka, Sparrow, and Totem. 2 new weapons that were added were the Combat Shotgun, Military Rifle, and Perico Pistol. Perico Pistol, you have to go into Elvi's compound and unlock it. Overall, 9 out of 10. It's Kai Perico, what do you expect? The Los Santos Tunas, July 20th, 2021. Properties that I bought was the Auto Shop. Good vehicles that were added was the Jester RR, the Growler. Overall, 10 out of 10. It's the Auto Shop. You were able to customize vehicles. It's a car theme business. The Contract, December 15, 2021. Almost said 2025. Our agency was the vehicle. Some 2 good vehicles that were added was the Buffalo STX and the Ignis. Not the weaponized Ignis, the Ignis. 3 new weapons that were added was the EMP launcher, stun gun, and heavy rifle. Overall, 8 out of 10. Criminal Enterprises, July 26, 2022. Good vehicles that were added was the Omnis EGT, Vigero ZX, and 10F. 2 new weapons were added, one being my favorite, the Service Combine and a precision rifle. Service Combine, right? Overall, 8 out of 10. It also changed some of the vehicle prices, if I'm not mistaken. But Drug Wars, December 13th, 2022. 2 new properties they bought is the Aslap and the Eclipse Boulevard Garage. The Brigade 6x6 and the Virtual Good Vehicles. April the 27th, 2023. Some vehicle prices increased. I'm sorry, they was for this. Overall, 6 out of 10. The only reason it's a 6 out of 10 is because it gave in the Brigade 6x6. San Andreas, no, not that one. San Andreas Mercenaries, June 13th, 2023. Some good vehicles that were added was the Vaiju, Stinger GT, and Buffalo EVX. Weapons, Tactical SMG. This DLC gets a 5 out of 10. It's some of the middest stuff I ever seen. Reason it gets 5 out of 10 is because Vaiju carried it, not gonna lie. But this is part one. Part two will be next time. So I'll see y'all for part two. Peace.